Eentje geseries, hè? Deze video speelt deel 53 van Marvel Midnight Suns.
Heading to book club. Are you?
Meet you there.
I'll walk you.
Yeah?
Welcome to book club.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't realize Steve knew the author. I really should have read this when he first asked.
If you... You good?
I am ready.
Before we start, I want to welcome Logan to the book club. What did you think of the book?
I didn't read it.
Okay then. Guess I'll start. Steve, I really enjoyed this book.
What stood out to you?
I know people have different approaches to leading others, but I never considered what drives them to do so. Take Custer. He led from the front and was mostly loved by his troops, but his drive for personal glory affected every choice he made. Eventually, Custer picked a fight he couldn't handle. His recklessness led to the death of himself and every soldier he commanded.
Deze?
His mistake was making decisions to elevate his own standing instead of his troops.
Makes sense. The better they do, the more he gets credit for leading them to victory. I think the biggest lesson, beyond don't be Custer, is that an outsized ego is a double-edged sword for a leader.
Also, you can't just get through life with a pretty face.
I thought you didn't read the book.
I didn't, but I picked things up from context.
I learned more about George Washington from this book than anything I was taught in school.
Yeah, that surprised me as well.
Before this, I associated him with statues, paintings, and the dustiest parts of American history. But here we see a military leader whose personal ambition was the victory of his army. He was clear-eyed about his goals and knew how to get out of his own way. Washington led from the top, though he kept counsel with various advisors. Once he made a decision, he expected his subordinates to follow his orders.
Deze?
Subordinates should always follow orders to the letter.
Unless you're commanding an army of robots, which is more common than you think, treating your people like machines is counterproductive. More than anyone else in the book, Washington believed true leadership is a contract bestowed upon you by those whom you lead.
And that's where the book gets its title?
Right. The mantle of authority. It's something that augments you.
Which brings us to our final profile.
We really don't have to do this one.
And now I'm interested.
Steve, how long have you bugged me to read this?
Not because of the chapter on me. You all know General Phillips selected me for the Super Soldier program. For a time, he commanded me in the field, and that's why my profile is in the book. He was kind to say I led by example. Maybe that's how it used to be. But the Avengers isn't a military organization. If I gave Tony an order, he'd laugh in my face. To get anything done, I need the group's consensus. I can't give pretty speeches about the need to sacrifice. I have to show that putting in the effort today will make a better tomorrow.
Deze?
If you leave the choice to others, you cede your authority.
Not in my experience. I only cede my responsibility. Then the others share authority by shouldering the same burden beside me. But I find little enjoyment in talking about myself, so yeah, let's end it here.
All right, we'll call it here. Next month is... Hunter, do you have any books to suggest?
None from the past few centuries.
Then Logan could pick the next one.
Sure. The Adventures of Crash Morgan #5, The Last Queen of Deimos.
What is that exactly?
It's about a space explorer with a ray gun, a jetpack, and a fishbowl helmet. Travels through space with a robot dog. They get in wacky adventures.
That's a classic. A buddy of mine had that in basic.
I'm always up for space nonsense.
I'm not, but that's the book. I'll give it a shot.
I'm not sure why Logan joined book club if he's not going to read the books.
You are not required to do so.
Come on, it's the principle.
I'm actually surprised Steve recommended this book.
Why?
Steve can take a compliment, but he's uncomfortable with praise, especially from someone he respects.
What did you think?
Well, the punch is decent, but there should have been a bigger spread.
What I meant, what did you think about book club?
I just told you. Thumbs up for punch, thumbs down for snacks.
Well, at least Logan showed up.
You did not think he would.
I wasn't sure he'd be into book club, and I don't know what to expect from that book of his.
The name alone has me intrigued.
Maybe you're right. I should learn to roll with the unexpected.
Deze?
You welcomed a resurrected demon slayer into your life. Now we read books together.
Can't argue with that. When you first joined, I wanted you to keep an open mind about book club. I owe Logan the same courtesy you showed me.
Good call.
You calling it?
I should leave.
Good meeting.
Deze?
He's close, Hunter. Chthon is slithering.
I see you and Caretaker are on the mend.
Seems so. I should be happy about it. But how can I be happy about anything when the Temple of Chthon is wreaking havoc on my home? I grew up in Transia, you know. In a remote village at the foot of Mount Wondergore. It's all destroyed now, along with those poor people's lives.
Deze?
The casualties Transia has suffered these last few days. We will avenge each and every one of them.
I really hope we can.
It is not a matter of can, Wanda. We must. The world depends on it, literally.
Whatever it takes to stop your mom, right?
Whatever it takes.
I'm afraid of her, you know. Of seeing her. I mean, what if it happens again? What if she turns me back into bad Wanda? What if I go dark?
Deze?
There is a reason my mother wanted you.
Oh yeah? I'm not so sure that's a good thing.
Just embrace who you are.
That's the last thing most of the people here think I should do.
Maybe so, but it is the only way to gather the courage it will take to face Lilith again. And survive.
So, like, fight her darkness with mine?
Well, I did not quite say that.
Yeah, you did. And I appreciate it. Thanks. I needed that kind of resolve. Well, I ought to get back to the news. See what new horrors are befalling my hometown.
Do not watch too much of it. The overconsumption of news media is supposed to be bad for your mental health. Especially during an apocalypse.
There are worse things for your mental health, Hunter. And I'm pretty sure I've experienced them all. I'll take my chances with a little cable news. Night.
Wanda, there's something I ought to say to you.
The mysterious
mysterious structure, which has
I
been
hope Aunt
described
May
as
isn't
some
watching
kind
this,
of
because she's going to
temple,
flip.
has suddenly appeared in the war-torn Republic
We
of
try to stop
Transia,
it, but
decimating a
I
remote
screwed
village
up,
at the
Robbie.
base of Mount
It's
Wonderful.
okay, you can say it.
These images,
Doesn't
taken
matter
by a
who
tourist,
screwed up.
have been reposted
What
over
matters
2
is that
million
we're
times
screwed.
on every social media outlet with the hashtag #ApocalypseWow.
We're in the end game now.
Sorry about that.
Let me guess. You came to rub it in? Tell me the Midnight Suns are just a bunch of Hero Academy dropouts who are in over their heads?
I'm not here to rub anything in. I came here to say, I thought what you did back there was brave. And bold.
Yeah, right. You mean brave and stupid?
You weren't being stupid. You did what you thought was right. Sometimes, we can do everything in our power to stop a bad thing from happening and still fall flat on our faces. Just keep your chin up and remember, failure is an essential part of the superhero gig. I mean, look at me. I haven't exactly been batting 1,000 these days, but that doesn't seem to have slowed down my ego any.
Well, wait. Are you, like, actually being nice to me?
Well, nothing like impending doom to bring people together. But seriously, I admire what you tried to pull off back there. It took a lot of guts. Maybe next time, you'll get the glory.
Thanks, Tony. Yay, we did it. Ugh, the first time we're actually trusted to sit in the driver's seat, the first freaking time, and we couldn't stop her. We dropped a mountain on her head, and Lilith still managed to summon the Temple of Cthon. Way to go, team.
Deze?
Lilith and the Hulk are just too powerful to face on our own.
No crap. Tell me something I don't know.
We were wrong to think trying to topple her tomb into ruins would result in anything but ruin.
Yeah, I know. Remember what we learned about sarcasm? Yeah, well, you're definitely making me feel like a fool right now. Thought Tony came to rub it in, but I see you're doing the honors. Alright, I'm gonna stay out here a while and lick my wounds for a little bit longer. Thanks for, checking up on me.
Anytime.
Weet niet, ik zag geen hartje min of een hartje plus, dus ik weet nog niet of het goed of wel de antwoord, maar goed. Ja, die kan ik nu ook niet maken, maar ik moet deze gaan slapen volgens mij.
You have gone too far, Mother.
I could say the same to you, child. Leaving me for dead and buried under that mountain. What a way to treat your mother.
Deze?
What would you have me do? Allow you to destroy all of creation?
The Hulk was right. You are somewhat overdramatic. The truth shall reveal itself soon enough. The Darkhold is finally complete. The prophecy draws to its close. The Midnight Sun is coming, and with it, him. We will all have our final parts to play. Will you be ready when the curtain rises?
Deze?
It is not I who seems to be wrestling with their destiny. What are you not telling me, Mother?
Such an inquisitive and perceptive child. You remind me of him, you know.
I thought we could not talk about him here.
Don't be ridiculous, not him. Him, your father. The similarities are impossible to ignore.
I have never heard of you speak of him until now.
We close upon the end of a billion years prophecy. Forgive me if I'm a bit sentimental. I sometimes wonder if I could bring his soul to this place. To have him stand once more beside me. Beside us.
I implore you, do not. In his death, he has been spared the sight of the foul creature you have become. I envy him for that. What? No snappy comeback? Promises that we shall be reunited under the glorious eye of the midnight sun?
No, child. Not this time.
Agatha?
I'm sorry to intrude, dear. Do you have a moment?
For you? Of course.
You always came to me for advice when vexed by a difficult problem. Never Sarah.
Agatha, does something trouble you? Perhaps I can return the favor.
And now you're the one reading my mind.
You used to read my mind?
It's an expression, my dear.
I choose to believe you. So, what do you need?
I don't know how to say this without sounding melodramatic, but... Despite our actions, the prophecy unfolds. Chthon's return seems inevitable. Yet all I can do for the people I love is haunt a library and play macabre tour guide.
Agatha...
I should be here with Sarah and yourself, helping to bring the team together. But I never have felt more... useless. I'm sorry, Hunter. I'll leave you to your rest.
Agatha, wait. Good night.
Agatha. Hunter, I'm coming in. Where is she? I heard you speaking with her.
What exactly did you hear?
Agatha, speaking with you.
I see.
Do you deny it?
I have to.
Why?
Deze?
It is late. It would take too long to explain. We should talk about this soon.
We do it now.
We will talk soon.
This isn't over.
Good night.
Wil je afsluiten? Maar misschien s'avonds of zo.
Thanks for coming out to meet me.
You wanted to talk?
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask you a question, if that's all right.
Ask away.
Why are you being so nice to me? I mean, I was your mortal enemy at some point, and I was the one who... you know, with Agatha. Wasn't expecting you, of all people, to warm up to me.
Deze?
We all make mistakes, Wanda. And we all deserve a chance to make up for them.
Well, I've made some pretty big ones. Some would say unforgivable, even. Not sure if you noticed, but everyone seems to be afraid of me around here. Everyone except for you, that is.
Deze?
Come on, Wanda. You are not that scary.
Are you sure? Because you seemed pretty scared when I was your adversary.
Me? No. It takes a lot to frighten me.
Yeah, I'm getting that feeling about you. Anyway, I just wanted to say, thanks for not hating me. Or something along those lines. I'm glad you're here.
You too, Wanda.
Let's touch base.
I still can't believe it.
What don't you believe, Robbie?
Hey, Doc. I was thinking. Ooh, new coil. Let's get to work. Sometimes, I even impress myself.
How may the Sorcerer Supreme... This should greatly advance...
Got any blueprints for us? Another project? Not my best work, but it'll do.
Not exactly an infinity stone, but it will do.
Not bad, right? This should get the job done.
Even small improvements can provide large advantages.
Not my best work, but it'll do. Not bad, right?
Your craftsmanship must be improving, Tony. Your power is certainly growing. I look forward to hearing how this fares in combat.
This forge fire is something special. All right, it's got all the bells and whistles.
That's all. Until next time.
Agora dentro resource. Dan tot en met level 9, dus ja.
See you, Hunter.
Kijk het ook niet.
Hi.
That our plan failed.
I apologize for not having the bandwidth to speak last night. It's just, I'm still in a bit of shock. My mind has been spinning trying to process it all.
Deze?
Take all the time you need.
That's just the thing, Hunter. We don't have time. There's no excuse. I must pull myself together. At any moment, my sister will unleash Cthon upon the planet. Yet Wanda is back in the library reading as if we were back to normal before Agatha passed. Half of me wishes she was here so I could ask her for guidance, for a way out of this mess.
And the other half?
Is glad she's not alive to endure the horrors of what a Cthon reign would bring. Still, I wonder what she would say if she was here.
I know one thing she would have wanted.
What's that?
To see this rift between you and Wanda finally healed.
I know, but I'm not quite ready for that. Not yet.
Just do not wait until the world is over to do it.
It may never happen then. Not in this life. I need to get my head together. Now that the Temple of Cthon is revealed, our options are dwindling.
Agatha, a moment?
Yes, Hunter? And why are we whispering?
Meet me in my room. We need to talk.
All right. What is this about?
Wanda knows you are in the Abbey. Last night, she overheard us speaking.
She did?
She confronted me and demanded to know where you were.
What did you tell her?
I did not tell her anything.
I see. If Wanda overheard me, the rules have changed.
Should we tell her?
Yes, this evening. I'll seek you out after the mission. Here I go, stirring up trouble. Feels like old times.
Remember that time we fought together in Madripoor?
This is the first time I've been here since... well, since I had to leave the Abbey.
And?
And what else can I say? Agatha is on my mind. If you can't discuss the Agatha situation, I'll look into it myself. Did you know there are at least 100 books on ghosts, specters, and phantasms? I cataloged them all when I was her apprentice. I'd bet one of them can illuminate what you will not.
All right.
You made it clear where you stand. I respect that, but I'm still looking for answers.
If you are asking questions, be discreet.
Is that a threat?
No, I meant that asking if anyone has heard Agatha.
Might upset the others.
Especially Sarah.
For what it's worth, I'll keep this to myself. But I won't stop looking.
I see.
I don't know what I expected to find here.
Books, usually.
Thank you for that. I meant, Agatha and I spent so much time here, I expected to feel... I don't know, anything at all? Instead, I'm just... numb. I'm starting to feel guilty that I don't feel guilty.
If you want to talk about it, I will listen.
Thank you, but I don't want to distract from what I'm sure will be a busy day for you.
It is no trouble.
I know. But also, I need to figure it out for myself before I can talk about it. If the offer's still open later, I'll take you up on it.
I understand.
Well, I should get back to my studies.
Nou, ik denk wel even voor de volgende keer. Ik hoop dat jullie het zover leuk vonden. Hebben geen toen niet om te liken en te abonneren.